Hey folks, Tito here, Black and Gold Blitz. Thanks so much for tuning in. Follow me on Twitter @ThatHappens. Download the free FanStream Sports app powered by DSP Media, free for Apple and Android users. Check it out. Lots of great new programming around the clock. We're always putting stuff out there from new talented hosts and also some of the ones we already have on staff, obviously. FanStreamSports.com. FanStreamSports.com is where you go also. Updated website, lots of great stuff out there as well. Okay, let's talk here about the Steelers. Things couldn't be much better for the Steelers than they are right now. The Steelers defeated Cleveland 23-9 to move to 4-1 on the season, while the Browns dropped to 1-5. Whatever. Bengals fell to Green Bay 27-18, drops them to 2-4, and the once vaunted non-injured Ravens. Of course, now they are not vaunted and they are injured. They lost 17-3 to the Rams to fall to 1-5. Let that sink in. Steelers are 4-1. Bengals 2-4. Browns 1-5, Ravens 1-5. And now the Steelers get the Bengals and Joe Flacco on a short week. I know Mike Tomlin was concerned about the fact that the Bengals went out and got Flacco from the Browns and he knows the Steelers and all that, whatever. I'm not worried about Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Even though they're hosting the Steelers on a short week on a Thursday night, I'm not that worried about that game. The Steelers should win that game. The Ravens, by the way, are off this week. They hope to have at least Lamar Jackson back in week 8. But think about this. When week 8 hits, Pittsburgh could be 5-1 and have a full 4-game lead on Baltimore. I'm already discounting Cleveland and Cincinnati. They're not going to be contenders. It's not going to happen. So if the Steelers can beat the Bengals on Thursday night on the road, they'll move to 5-1, a 4-game lead over the Ravens. And that's with, 11 games left in the season, a 4-game lead. I know they still play the Ravens twice. I like the Steelers' chances, though. It's setting up to be a potential magical season in Pittsburgh. The real story, though, in the 23-9 win over Cleveland might have been the field. Aaron Rodgers was complaining about that. And you saw Chris Boswell wipe out. Just the field was in bad shape. And there's also other instances where Miles Killebrew got hurt. He had a non-contact knee injury. When he tried to pivot for a tackle, that happened. But anyway, so the field was in bad shape. There's no doubt about it. I'm sure Rodgers has played on worse, but it was in bad shape. And the thing is, they were planning on replace the field anyway. The Steelers don't play again at home until October 26th, so they've got time to do that. They're replacing the field. That was the last game being played on that field before being replaced. It was in bad shape, no doubt about it. So big win for the Steelers, though. And I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers for a moment here because I think I heard it was maybe Stephen A. Smith or Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is the one who said it, that Rodgers looks better than he has in years. And there's stats to back that up. Rodgers right now is on pace to throw for 3,471 yards, 34 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, a 68.8 completion percentage, and a 104.9 QBR. Those numbers across the board. The last time Rodgers did something like that, back in 2021 with Green Bay, he threw for 4,815 yards, 37 touchdowns, 4 picks versus 34 and 10 on this year's pace. The completion percentage was 68.9% back in 2021. This year, it's 68.8. His QBR in 2021 was 111.9. This year, it's 104.9. Rodgers is doing exactly what the Steelers need him to do. He is managing the game. He is minimizing his mistakes. And the Steelers are playing in a very, not conservative. They're playing to his strengths, though. Playing the strengths of the team. I still wish they opened it up a little more. We'll see if they do. Trade deadline forthcoming. Will the Steelers make a move for a wide receiver? I'm not sure. And by the way, if you're a Steelers fan, you think, oh, look what George Pickens did. George Pickens would not have done that here in Pittsburgh. George Pickens' time in Pittsburgh had ended. And I loved Pickens going to Dallas. I thought he'd have a great year. He's having a wonderful year. So it's because of the benefit of CeeDee Lamb being out. But still, he's having a really good year for Dallas with Dak Prescott in that offense. It's been a good year for him, but it wouldn't be the same here in Pittsburgh. I would like to have a George Pickens caliber number 2 receiver, though, to go opposite of DK Metcalf. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I just don't think it was going to be Pickens. I think that he and the coaching staff lost faith in each other. And that's what led to him being out and heading over to Dallas. So, but I wonder if the Steelers will make any other moves. The offensive line's gotten better. I think that's fair to say. I'm fine with the running back rotation. Jaylen Warren back in action. Kenneth Gainwell, much to my chagrin, much to my surprise. I should say chagrin. Much to my surprise, Kenneth Gainwell's been very effective. Haven't gotten much from Caleb yet. We'll see if that happens. Tomlin kind of hinted that he can earn more playing time. We'll see. He makes it sound like that Caleb Johnson will have a more significant role going forward, just not right now in the offense. So I think the biggest need will be for number 2 receiver. Pat Freiermuth he's a number 2 or number 3 tight end right now. That's just the way it is. Jonnu Smith has been very good for them. So I think that you will continue to see that happen, that kind of transpire where Smith will be more the featured in the passing game, whereas Freiermuth more of a blocking tight end. Defensively, I can't complain about anything anymore. Rough first couple of games. They've been great since then. This Thursday, though, against Cincinnati will be a fun test because Cincinnati, although they are lacking at quarterback, Joe Flacco did not look terrible in their loss to the Packers, but they are not an explosive offense. They have explosive possibilities, so it'll be a fun matchup for Pittsburgh's defense. But if they can get a win there and then get the long time off again before diving back into the schedule, this Steelers team could be in great shape. Think about it. They're 5-1, Ravens 1-5, and the Steelers could be coming off of an extended rest time, playing the Thursday game and then being off. And then after that, after this game against the Bengals, they then have the Green Bay game on Sunday night in Pittsburgh. They host Indy. They're at the Chargers. 3 not-so-easy games. Then they host Cincinnati, at Chicago, host Buffalo. This is when that real gauntlet starts. At Baltimore, they're for the first one. They host Miami. That should be a win. At Detroit, at Cleveland, host Baltimore. That's the way their season will wrap up. So you've got to – I've said before early in the season there are should wins, or there are must wins, there are could wins, and there are won't wins. And this Cincinnati game falls into that must win, should win. It should be a win for Pittsburgh in this game. After that, there's not a lot of games where it's like those guys are favored. They're going to be great. So, but this week, though, is certainly one of them where the Steelers need to take advantage of this and get a win against a Joe Flacco-led poor offensive line, poor defense Cincinnati Bengals team. So that'll be a lot of fun to watch on Thursday night. Folks, that's it for this edition of the Black and Gold Blitz. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, @ThatHappens. Download the free FanStream Sports app. Apple and Android users, absolutely free on that one. Go to fanstreamsports.com, powered by DSP Media. Fanstreamsports.com. New websites out there and ready to roll. So make sure you check that out as well. Next time we talk, let's hope the Steelers are going to be 5-1, folks. Take care.